Is artificial intelligence an existential threat to humans or simply a misunderstood concept? This question is one that has been on the minds of many, from computer scientists to philosophers and even everyday technology users. It's a conundrum that sparks debates and conversations across the globe. As we step into the world of artificial intelligence, or AI, we encounter a myriad of perspectives and opinions. Some view AI as a harbinger of doom, a threat to our very existence. They envision a future where machines become sentient, taking over and possibly eradicating humanity. It's a scenario straight out of a science fiction movie, but is it really that far-fetched? On the other side of the spectrum, there are those who dismiss these fears as baseless. They argue that the AI doom arguments are so obviously wrong, there's no need to even engage them. They believe that AI, in its current form and potential future developments, poses no existential threat to humans. Then, there are those who stand somewhere in the middle. They see AI as a potential danger, but not in the way that the doom prophets predict. Instead, they worry about the immediate problems posed by AI, such as job displacement and privacy concerns. Further, there are people who need concrete evidence of a threat before they start to worry. They argue that unless someone can explain the exact strategy an artificial superintelligence will use to pose a threat, there's no cause for concern. Some even believe that if AI was a serious danger, humans, being the problem-solving species that we are, would be putting plenty of effort towards solving it. Lastly, there are those who believe that humans already have other existential threats to worry about, and so we're safe from this one. As we delve into these opinions in the upcoming scenes, consider where you stand on this issue. Are you a skeptic, a worrier, a pragmatist, a problem solver, a realist, or perhaps something else entirely? The AI conundrum is vast and complex, and your point of view is an essential part of the conversation. Firstly, let's explore the viewpoint of those who dismiss AI doom arguments as baseless. To many skeptics, the fear of artificial intelligence turning against us seems more like science fiction than a genuine concern. They argue that such notions are often sensationalized, fueled by Hollywood's portrayal of malevolent machines and dystopian futures, rather than hard scientific facts. Some skeptics point out that the potential of AI is currently limited, and the prospects of it reaching a point where it could pose an existential threat to humanity is mere speculation. They underline that AI, at its core, is a tool created by humans, and its capabilities are shaped by human control and programming. Others simply question the validity of the arguments, citing a lack of concrete evidence to support such drastic claims. They argue that the AI fear is a product of the unknown, a fear of what we don't fully understand yet. For these individuals, the fear of AI is unfounded and unworthy of attention. Moving on, some argue that the existential threat is a distraction from real, immediate problems posed by AI. They point to a plethora of pressing concerns that are already upon us, concerns that are tangible, not hypothetical. Firstly, there's the matter of privacy. With AI's ability to analyze and predict patterns in our behavior, do we risk surrendering our privacy on an unprecedented scale? Then there's the issue of job displacement. As AI becomes more sophisticated, it's feared that many jobs, particularly those involving routine tasks, could become obsolete. Next, we have the ethical dilemmas. How do we program AI to make moral decisions? Can a machine ever truly understand the complexity of human ethics? Finally, there's the matter of accountability. If an AI system causes harm, who is responsible? The programmer, the user, or the AI itself? For this group, the focus should be on addressing these tangible issues rather than hypothetical future threats. Then, we have those who view the AI threat debate as a Pascal's mugging. To understand this viewpoint, imagine this. You're confronted by a philosophical mugger who claims he can cause 1 trillion people to suffer unless you give him $5. The probability of this happening is almost zero, but the potential consequences are so massive you might feel compelled to pay up. This is essentially Pascal's mugging. Now let's bring this back to the AI debate. The chance of an artificial superintelligence causing human extinction may seem preposterously low, yet the implications are so vast that some people believe we should still take it seriously. The idea here is that even a tiny probability of such a catastrophic event should warrant our attention and preparation. These individuals argue that it's better to prepare for the unlikely worst-case scenario than to be caught off guard. There is also a segment of people who believe nothing could be much smarter than humans. This camp, steadfast in their conviction, rests on the laurels of human achievement and our unique capacity for creativity, empathy, and complex reasoning. They argue, how can a machine, an entity devoid of human experiences, surpass the intricate workings of the human mind? Artificial intelligence, in their eyes, is a tool, a product of human ingenuity, but never an intellectual superior. This belief often downplays the threat of AI, viewing it as an extension of human intellect rather than a potential competitor. It's an interesting perspective, one that champions human ability and innovation, yet it also risks complacency, underestimating the rapid strides in AI development and the potential for unforeseen consequences. In their perspective, humans will always hold the upper hand when it comes to intellect. After all, we're the creators, the original thinkers, the ones who breathe life into machines. Next, we have those who need a detailed strategy from an artificial superintelligence before they start worrying. It's a valid perspective. After all, humans often respond best to concrete threats with clear consequences. We are wired to react to immediate dangers, not abstract, distant possibilities. This is why some individuals demand a step-by-step blueprint of how AI could potentially pose a threat to humanity. They want to know the exact mechanisms, the precise pathways an artificial superintelligence would take to harm us. They crave certainty, a tangible danger to understand and counteract. However, this approach can be a double-edged sword. Yes, it makes us more vigilant against known threats, but it can also blind us to the unknown unknowns. The most dangerous threats are often those we never saw coming. Without a clear and present danger, these individuals see no reason to fear AI. Yet, as history has shown us, the absence of evidence is not always evidence of absence. And then there are those who believe that if AI were a serious danger, humans would be working hard to prevent it. This perspective is rooted in faith in human action, our resilience, and our knack for innovation when faced with adversity. It's about relying on our inherent ability to foresee and counteract potential threats before they become critical. This viewpoint doesn't dismiss the potential risks AI might pose. Instead, it highlights our history of overcoming challenges, from harnessing fire to landing on the moon. It's a belief in our collective ability to adapt and innovate, to find solutions when they're most needed. It's about trusting that if artificial intelligence does become a serious threat, we'd muster all our resources, ingenuity, and collective will to tackle it head-on. It's a testament to our survival instinct and our shared desire to safeguard our future. This viewpoint places trust in our capacity to act when faced with danger. Lastly, some argue that humans already face enough existential threats, making us safe from this one. Climate change, nuclear war, pandemics, the list goes on. These are tangible, immediate dangers that we can see, feel, and experience. The argument here is not that artificial intelligence isn't a potential threat, but rather that it pales in comparison to these more imminent dangers. People who subscribe to this viewpoint believe that our focus should be redirected to these pressing issues. They argue that tackling these challenges will inadvertently solve the AI problem. By becoming more adept at managing crises, we can better prepare for whatever AI might throw our way. The essence of this argument lies in prioritizing. It's about choosing to fight the known enemy rather than the unknown. It's about dealing with the fire in our house before worrying about a potential storm on the horizon. In their eyes, we have bigger fish to fry. As we've seen, opinions on AI as an existential threat are diverse and complex. These perspectives range from the dismissive, where the idea of AI as a doomsday device is seen as laughable, to the deeply concerned, where the potential of AI's capabilities is viewed as a clear and immediate danger. The skeptics among us lean towards the notion that the doom arguments are overtly flawed, believing there's no need to engage them. They argue that AI in its current state is far from achieving the kind of intelligence that could pose a threat to humanity. On the other hand, some emphasize the immediate problems posed by AI, such as privacy concerns, job displacement, and the ethical implications of decision-making by machines. They argue that these are the real issues we should be addressing right now. Then there's the Pascal's mugging argument, where the low probability but high impact risk posed by AI is enough to warrant concern. This viewpoint treats AI as a wild card, unpredictable in its potential for harm. Others reject the orthogonality thesis, disputing the idea that an AI's intelligence is independent of its goals. They believe that an AI, no matter how intelligent, will operate within the boundaries set by its creators. Those who believe in human superiority argue that nothing could be much smarter than us. They trust in our ability to control and direct AI, preventing it from surpassing our intelligence. Some demand concrete threats before they can worry. They need to know the exact strategy an artificial superintelligence would use to pose a threat. And then there are those who trust in human action. They believe that if AI was truly a serious danger, we would be putting significant effort into solving it. Finally, some argue that we already have other existential threats to worry about, and that these should get our immediate attention. These diverse viewpoints reflect the complexity of our relationship with AI. I encourage you to reflect on where you stand in this debate and continue the conversation. Whether you view AI as a threat, a boon, or something in between, it's clear that this debate is far from over.